Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to add a post to the Elite Traveller Development website. We're going to add a destination guide, piece by piece, going through each of the sections of the destination guide. So first of all, open the destination guide that you're going to be adding to the development website. I'm going to use London, and next you open the development website, which is located at stylewired.com/et-dev-2/. Then if you navigate to Remarkable Travel, and then in a new tab you open up the admin, which is at stylewired.com/et-dev-2/wp-admin, and then use the logins that you've been provided in the text guide, which is just there. I'm just going to use my logins to log in. And then back on the website, on the development website, navigate to the continent, which has the destination guide that you're going to add. I'm going to do London, so I go to Europe, and then I can find London on the map. London is not currently on the map, but that's okay. If I just go into posts, if I just quickly edit this. Update. Refresh. Okay, so you'll see lots of pins on the map. Find the pin of the city that you're going to write a post for. I'm going to do London. And then when you're into that page, you should see just one post here, and this will fill up as you add the posts in, and you can ignore the content on the left. We're just going to be adding all the posts that fill into this section. So for London, I've already done all of London, and I've just turned all those posts into drafts. But if I was to turn that into a published post and update and refresh this, you see that that post is now in that list. So we're just going to go through now and do a tutorial on how to add all of those posts for each of the sections in the destination guide. So the first section is highlights of London, or highlights of whichever city you're adding. So here's highlights of London. So you go back into admin that you're logged into, go to posts and click on add new post. If you're in the dashboard, you can just go hover over posts there, and click on add new, and this is the interface you're going to be using to add the content from the PDFs. Okay, so I've also written a checklist for you. Make sure you always add all these things to the posts. So start off with the title. You can also use the PDF guide that's been written, which gives you instructions on how to do all of this. If you just watch this video, it should be quite self-explanatory. Okay, so first off, you're going to have a title for each post. In your PDFs that you have, there'll be notes in the PDFs telling you what titles to use, but I'm just going to copy this title here. Okay, and then just paste that into there. But if it's lowercase like this, you just need to make it capitalized like that. If it's all hickledy-pickledy, lowercase and uppercase, just try and make it more neat. Okay, second thing to do is add a category. Now, all of the destination guides belong in a category which is a city name. In this case it's London. Just pick that one category like that. Once you've added the category and you've added the title of the post, the next thing to do is add the introductory text. Most of the time the introductory text is just one line like this. So in each of the sections you just get this one line. That's just a simple case of copying and pasting that in. But in the case of highlights of London or highlights of whichever destination you're adding, there's also this whole chunk of text here, so we're just going to copy all of that. And the problem with this text from the PDF is if you paste that in, it all formats incorrectly, and you get forced line breaks and really bad formatting everywhere like this. So we can't just paste it straight in, so get rid of that. Instead, open the link in your guide. It's not in this guide actually, but it's I can find it. It's just this. So it's textfixer.com, tools, remove line breaks, and you've got the link in your text guide. Okay, so we just take the text that we've already copied, check this radio button here, paste the text in, remove line breaks, copy the text, back to our post, paste that in, and now if we go back to the PDF, you can see that's a paragraph, that's the end of a paragraph, and that's the end of a paragraph there. So we've got 3 separate paragraphs. So back in our text editor, we just need to click return to turn that into a new paragraph there. And the next one was England's capital. England's capital. So again, just click return. And I think there's one more after. So just there, just click return, and that turns out into a new paragraph. Okay, so if we just publish what we've got so far, so if I now just click publish, and if I go back to Remarkable Travel, which is the destination guides category, and into Europe, into London, see that highlights of London has now appeared there. We haven't got an image yet, but we'll add that next. And if we also go into Remarkable Travel here, see that that's also fed into there. Okay, so click into that. So you can see there, you've got your category, you've got your title, and you've got your text, but this is not formatted, and we need an image as well. So next thing to do, click return and up, so you've got a space there, and now we're going to add an image. So scroll down to the bottom right here, you've got featured image, and you click on that, and you need access to the Phoenix server, which you should have details of how to access, which are written in the guide that comes with this video. And I've got the images already cropped and stored on my computer. And in a separate video to this, you'll see how to crop the images correctly. So this featured image doesn't actually appear in the post, but what it does is it feeds into the areas around here, and in the categories, and also feeds into the carousel on the home page. So it needs to be 770 pixels wide and 577 pixels high. So that needs to be cropped like that, and I'll explain how to do that in a separate video. Okay, so I'm just going to select the file and I'm just going to use that one, and that will upload. And then you just need to add a sensible title, which is just London Eye, and then alternate text. Alternate text, the key to writing alternate text is to describe exactly what you see in the photo. And this is important because when people are searching for images in Google, they will use text which visually describes the image they're looking for. So you need to use the same text to visually describe the image. And this also helps people who are visually impaired to know what the image is if it's a bit blurry to them. So I'm just going to put London Eye sparkly lights night pretty winter. That just describes what I'm seeing there. And then these next three boxes, leave those blank. Sometimes something comes up in here by default in the link URL box. Just remove that. So that's what these three are always empty. And then you can click on this link here, use as featured image. And then in addition to using that image as a featured image, we're also going to put it into the post. So select large, 462 by 346, and right, and then click insert into post. And now the image has gone into the post like that. And if we click update, go back to our post on the development website, and click refresh, you see the image has gone in there on the right and in large. Okay, so now we just need to do a bit more formatting of the text. So the next thing to format is the first line. The first line of text in each post should be formatted slightly differently to the rest of the text, and that's very easy to do. Just highlight the text, click this styles drop down, and select first sentence highlighted. And finally, the last thing to do, put your cursor at the end of the text, delete any dead space, click return, and now press on your keyboard Alt-Shift-P, and then click return again, and that just inputs a next page link. So if we update now and refresh the post on the development website, see what we've done there is we've made the first line of text a little bit bigger, and we've added this next link in here, the next page. Okay, so now I'm just going to quickly show you how to do page 2 of Highlights of London. So going back to the PDF, your first page is just an introduction. Usually it's just a line of text like this. In the case of Highlights of London, it also has this extra text here. All the other pages in the post are just copying and pasting each of these different sections. So there's one, there's another one, and there's another one there. Okay, so to do this, we go back into our post, and after where we've created this next page, we're just going to put the content there, and any content that we place after next page will appear on page 2, like that. Okay, so let's go back to the PDF, so it's London Eye next. Copy all of that text, and again the problem with pasting from a PDF is it all formats the text incorrectly. So we need to use textfixer.com, go to that, paste in, remove line breaks only, copy back into our post, select that after the next page, paste in, Command V or Control V. Okay, and next, right, let's remove all these little spaces here and format this text as we see it in the PDF. So in the PDF you can see you've got heading, some address information there, and some text. So we're just going to format it in the same way. So you've got a heading, some address information, So find the end of the address information, which is just there, and just press return and some text. Okay, so for highlights of London, you want to take the address information here, cut that, Control X, go to the end, return, paste that in, and then find the end of each line of address information, the same as it is in the PDF. So you've got your phone number, you've got your address, and you've got your website, which I've just accidentally clicked on. And the same way here, so after the phone number line, just press Shift Return to put that onto its own line. And then after the address, even though that has come to the end of the line, still press Shift Return to put this onto a new line. And then after the address, you can just press Return. And then again, Alt Shift P and Return, and then that creates the next page link. Okay, so just like on the first page, every page needs a unique first line. So here the first line is there, so just get rid of that space by highlighting it and pressing return. And now you can select this text again, and it's just first sentence highlighted. Now this text here, which is a heading, all of these headings need to be a heading 2. So you can either click heading 2 like that, or if you want to do it more quickly, you can use Control 2 on your keyboard. Now just do that. And now there's a space here that I've deliberately left here. Get rid of that space there, but there's a return. I've deliberately left that space there so that we can insert an image. So let's just grab an image. Okay, so in this case I've already used the London Eye picture, but I'm just going to use it again because in highlights of London and PDF there's no image at the top of this section, so I'm just going to repeat this image here. In other sections, like for example where to stay, you've got 2 images in the first page, so you could use this image for the intro page and you could use this image for the second page. But for highlights of London, I'm just going to use that image again. And now for all of these images that you insert into the post, the dimensions are actually 462 pixels in width by 346 pixels in height. Again, I'll show you how to crop the images to the correct sizes in a separate video. But I'm just going to select this image now. Okay, so I've selected my file. You'll be selecting your files from your cropped images that you've taken from the Phoenix server. Again, this is the same image again, so I'll do similar text. Again, I'm just saying what I see, so I lit up at night, blue, dusk, sky, something like that. And again, I'm just describing it as accurately as I can really from there. And again, leave all 3 of these blank. And now here's the important bit, make sure you select right and full size. Again, that's 462 by 346. We'll go into the how to crop to that size in another video. And then just click insert into post. And that will appear there. Okay, so let's just make sure we've done that first sentence highlighted. Everything, so we can now update that. If we refresh page 2, you can see that's all formatted now. One thing I forgot to do to format on this is formatting the address correctly. So if you just go back into the post, highlight the address, all of the address, making sure it's on in a separate paragraph. Select this paragraph, formatting here, and choose address. And then finally styles, select contact details. And that will format that as an address, contact details, and you can just update that. And if we refresh, that's formatted. It's not actually styled because the website is still under development, but we know that's now got the address field, address code around it. Okay, and that's it.